Is it over for XRP and XLM? The whales are telling us no, that it's just starting. Along with massive buys, not buying the dip, but buying the tip, and making Jerome Powell eat his own yellow Cheerios. Yeah, you heard me, yellow Cheerios.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
And you're sitting there asking yourself, did Klaus have a headband on in the previous segment? Well, you better go back and check before we get into the crypto news. And what's the deal with yellow Cheerios? It's because Jerome peed in our Cheerios and made the market crash. Even said that the Federal Reserve doesn't have the power to own BTC. Well, girlfriend out there said that's gonna change. But before we get into that, your comments come first because yes, you, the viewer, matter most. What do we got going on today? Oh, those are from the earlier video, you moron. Teresa Roberts starts us off and says, I said this week's ago on your post that I don't trust Charles. My jellies just tell me something is off with Ada and him. Yeah, remember when Charles said out there that he was working with the United States government? Well, that hasn't proven to be true yet. And then you got the whole story I broke earlier with the rumor where he jokes about it. What a mess. Ronnie Dunaway says $2.20 seems to be the XRP sweet spot. And we know how much we like the sweet spot. But the big question is, are you happy with XRP at $2.20? And are you happy with XLM above 35 cents? We're going to talk about both in depth in this video, along with big news that you need to hear, like Jerome eating the PP Cheerios. Bitcoin sitting at 95,856 while ETH is 32.25, XP 22.4. H-bar making the move at 26.7 while TRX, nope, not going to talk about it. XLM sitting at 36.1, ICP just above $10, and Doge hovering right around that 32-cent mark. MicroStrategy and the whales out there are telling us to buy. Now, there's a really cool visual I'm going to share with you. Hell, I'll share it now. All right, you see these big orange blobs here? Those are the purchases. The bigger the blob, the bigger the purchase. So when BTC was 20,000, 30,000, you see these little baby purchases? He was buying small amounts of 20, and now look at him. Buying big magumbos right there worth of BTC. So not buying the dip, buying the tip and thinking there's going to be even more tip. Because I remember a lot of players back here in March of 2021 making fun of Saylor when he was buying BTC at 55,000. Now look at the man. He's up 40,000 on each one of those hits. So the whales are telling us out there to buy. According to the Saylor tracker page, MicroStrategy purchased 27 BTC on November 10th at approximately 75,000 per coin. They said he was stupid then, and all of a sudden he's still making more money. Then they made even more purchases with 51,000 and then another 55,000. Put it this way. During the 2020 to 2021 bull run, MicroStrategy's biggest acquisition was about 30 BTC when it was 21,000. Homeboy now is buying 50+ thousand BTC at a time at prices above 90,000. Do you think he's worried about these dips? No. All right. Why did the alts BTC pull back so hard? Well, I had to with Jerome Powell. Two things. First thing he said was, look, you're only going to get 2 rate cuts in 2025 instead of 4 rate cuts. And we were like, aw, dude, you just pissed in our Cheerios, man. And I fucking love Cheerios in the morning. Then, reporter asked him a good question. BTC Strategic Reserve, Jerome, what do you think? And he's like, we're not even allowed to own BTC. The laws would have to change to make that happen. And here comes Cynthia Lumens. That's right. Senator Lumens comes in and says, you know what? I want to give it to them. I want our federal government to have a BTC reserve that can help back the US dollar as well as the world reserve currency. Lumens stressed that they would have to have these changes made by Congress so that Powell can accept BTC. Now, think about all these purchases, okay? Think about this one with Saylor. Oh, and by the way, if you want to check all these articles out, because I am going to glance over one of them a little bit in the future. Want to check them out? It's all linked in the description below. Look at all these purchases. We don't even have the United States government purchase ending BTC yet. And they want to buy 1 million BTC? Holy crap. So that's what I'm saying. These bigs like Saylor out there are like, yo, I'm buying as much as I can right now because I know some even bigger whales out there are going to be buying BTC. So Lumens proposes, hey, let's rewrite the laws. Let's give the Fed the power to own BTC in digital assets. Love it. Now, we want crypto to be better in 2025 price-wise. You need more trust, right? The more trust you have, the more money that comes into crypto. Crypto industry lost $2.3 billion in 2024. Holy crap. According to an executive summary shared with the Crypto Potato, in 2024, the crypto industry lost over $2.36 billion to cyber threats across 165 incidents. This represents a 40% increase from 2023. So if you want more of that boring, stingy money out on the sidelines to get into crypto, we got to fix this, right? We got to fix the regs. We also got to fix the bad players. And we got to fix all the hack scams and schemes. You don't hear about these problems in the traditional banking sector, do you? You don't see me reporting on stories like that left and right because they fix it and because they have FDIC insurance. We don't have that. Think we're going to get an FDIC-style insurance product for crypto when Trumpito takes the office? All right, we talk about buying big. Buying right now, saying, girlfriend, don't worry about the prices now. There's going to be more to come. What about UAE, United Arab Emirates? Now holds over $40 billion in BTC. I've got a whole bunch of charts and stats, global ones too, like Israel, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, about their purchasing and their global perceptions of crypto. It's actually a really, really good report. Very juicy. This is linked down below. Bit gritty. Now, XLM price. Look, you happy with XLM above 30 cents, 32 cents? I mean, I get it. It's 3x from where we were, but it's nowhere near the juicy action we saw within this last month. But the juicy action we saw within this last month was a bit unsustainable. Okay, check this out. Look at the volume right here, all right? And this is for XLM November 23rd. XRP, I got you next, okay? XLM November 23rd volume. 9.6 billion, 8.1 billion, 6.8 billion, 10.2 billion, 10.9 billion. And now we're at 427 million. So you can see like volume has like heavily eroded, but this is still way higher. It's still about 10x higher than volume normally has been for XLM pre-re-election of Donald Trump. And if you want sub 30 cent XLM, you might be getting greedy. You want XLM above 40 cents? Yeah, we got quite a bit of support there. Volume, we talked about it. But the deal is this, you had massive amounts of hysteria November 22nd to the 25th. You had Gensler announcing his resignation. You had a whole bunch of appointments, right? There was a whole bunch of news floating around. People were just going nuts over it. Hence the volume I've been telling you about. Then you get to now where we're like, okay, cool. We know about all the appointments of all these new people. We know about what their hopes and aspirations are with crypto in 2025, but we don't have the regs. We don't have the leadership in place. We still got lots of hack scams and schemes. 2.3 billion of it in 2024. That's not good. And we don't have the changes yet. We've got the announcements of them, but they haven't taken place yet. So tons of hysteria. The hysteria led us to juicy price action for a while. We've seen some softness. Have to talk about Jerome Powell on that action. Can you get XLM at the 39 cent range? Whoa, yeah, but it's barely. You got a couple minutes to touch that. But mostly support above 40 cents with majority of that support here over these last couple weeks above the 45 cent mark. Now, when it comes to XRP, we've seen that support above 220. You want to buy it under $2. You had two opportunities to do so. Volume is still really high. Similarly, though, to XLM, you can see volume here, right, for XRP, early December, 52 billion, 39 billion, 44 billion, 47 billion, 44 billion, now 11.4 billion. So shrinkage of volume, not as much as terms of XLM proportionately, and still way higher, though, than its normal. Normal volume for XP, $1 to $2 billion. So volume is going down from this main hysteria action. And that main hysteria, again, think about it. Gensler announces his resignation, or, future resignation, that he's going to be quitting on the 20th. Everyone freaks out. But he's still in charge. The SEC is still going after the exchanges. The SEC still has a case against Ripple. All of this stuff, right, we're waiting for it to actually get taken care of. So the story is very similar with XRP. A lot of the news, right, got us all excited, got all this volume coming in, got the markets being hot. And then we're like, okay, we gotta wait. We gotta wait till January 20th for this shit to take effect. And that's when you're seeing these price corrections. Are you happy with XRP above 220? Are you happier, though, if XRP was higher than that? Well, of course. but we got to hold it until we get to when those changes take place, and that's January 20th. And we also need other things to help us out. But the whales are telling us to buy. Government officials out there are telling us, yo, there's going to be more bullish things to come for crypto. Other countries, companies, and states are getting into digital assets now, as guess what? As we don't even have the own government of the United States officially getting into it yet. So they're going to have to buy BTC at some pretty high prices, aren't they? And I'll be completely frank and honest with you. I'm optimistic about crypto after January 20th. Because for real, all the news that we've gotten right now is all the announcements of all these people that are going to be taking their positions and all the stuff that they want to do, but we still need them to do it, right? And that happens after January 20th. Now, until that time, we know who's in charge. The same people that have tried to wreck crypto over the last 2 years. Jerome Powell, peed in the Cheerios. Man, we might be forcing him to eat those Cheerios with a little bit of help from Cynthia Lumens, Senator Lumens. What else did we have? Remember the 60 Minutes hit piece on crypto? That wasn't good at all either, right? And then remember the BTC advisors to Trump going, yo, girlfriend, to Biden, burn it for Trump. So that's what I'm saying. You've got this group who's been anti-crypto, who's still in control, who will be in control until January 20th, whose effects of control will still be felt after January 20th because their laws are still in effect. So I'm very optimistic outside of January 20th, but I'm very cautious though beforehand because we know some of the shady stuff they've done before, like Bits Lotto. Yeah, Bits Lotto wrecked the market and it didn't even have anything to do with the market. Yeah, look it up. It was creepy AF. So yeah, until January 20th, I'm going to be a little cautiously optimistic. But after January 20th, it's party time, baby. And this train conductor is saying, hey, Vader, how you doing, buddy? And choo choo, bitches. Oh, I can't turn off the video if you keep trying to kiss me and hug me like that. Which, by the way, your DNA test got received, and it takes 2 to 3 weeks for it to come in. So then I'm going to find out what you...